Alright. As you notice, I'm probably a little bit lower than I'm used to right now, but let's talk about your wave machine. So now that you've gone ahead and you've actually looked at it, let's say that I want to go ahead and for my wave procedure, I want to go ahead and measure how the effects of how many sticks there are going to affect, things like wave speed. I'm going to need to think about things like timers and, how long this is and how many times maybe a wave travels back and forth in a certain amount of time. And that would be a great measure of wave speed. But then after, I'm going to want to change an independent variable. So, obviously the easiest one for a wave like this one is to go ahead and just add more stuff at the end. Of course you can do that, but I'm going to encourage you, if you can, try to think a little more complicated. Notice I'm actually building more of these from my collection. So here's one thing you can do, and I'm not saying you have to do this, but I want you to encourage you, try to find something you can do that would be interesting. For example, I know some people have tried, making longer machines, or seeing how the effective size of the machine, or how far out something is. What I'm personally doing right now is I am adding more of these to my machine. So I'm going to double the amount that are in my machine currently. So this is something you can do for your hypothesis. You can double the amount of sticks you have. If you don't have the equipment to do that, you can obviously, as I said before, you can add weight. You can go ahead and try to see, how long your thing is. Maybe seeing how length has a factor to play. And thinking about, why length is such an important thing. And just kind of moving on from there. As you can see, my wave machine now is a little more detailed. I'm just going to keep building rapidly. So once you're done with that, I would go ahead and just start thinking, this would be my independent variable, right? The amount of sticks I have in the machine. Okay? My dependent variable is going to be me measuring the wave speed and just seeing how many times it goes back and forth or something. You can talk about something like amplitude. Maybe frequency would be an interesting thing to look at here. Seeing, how frequent my wave is. How many times it passes by me at a certain point. And I really want you to think about how does that affect the propagation. So, for example, let's say that this was the Earth, right? And before I had a very light amount of sticks. Now I have a lot more sticks. Is that going to cause the wave to travel better, worse? Is that going to make it faster? These are all sorts of things you want to think about and be analyzing as you do the reports. I'm probably going to want to take some slow-mo video as I do this every time and just record what's going on. So you see, I've finished making the independent variable in my machine. Let's go ahead and just see. You can see the effects. Oh. And you can see the wave is a lot more visible now. Not only that, it seems to be traveling a little bit faster. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to try to see if I can upload my personal results. And I encourage you to go ahead and upload it too. If you want to add your new machine, or the adjustments you made to your machine to the photo album, go ahead. I highly encourage you to do it. Let some other people see what you've done, and maybe that will inspire them as well. Try something crazy, something I have not even mentioned or thought of. I had a lot of surprises last year, so this is up to you now, guys. I know you can do great. Go ahead.